Fast food workers of Reddit. What's the most NSFW thing your colleague did during work?
Not technically during work, but hours after we closed. An assistant manager and an employee had been drinking and had sex on the general manager's desk. The bread delivery man walked in and told them I didn't see anything. However, he felt he needed to at least report the drinking to the general manager as to not risk losing his job. There were beer cans everywhere. The following morning, GM reviewed the surveillance footage. There was a camera pointing directly at them, and was in for a massive surprise. The assistant manager and employee were fired immediately.
McDonald's, my manager was covering at another restaurant. She's in the office with a drive-through headset on. A car comes in, but no one is taking the order. She gets out of the office to see what's going on, and the entire crew, probably 8 people, are gathered around a flaming deep fryer. She then spots a guy coming with a bucket of water. She stopped him in time, with a lot of NSFW language.
He was selling pain pills out of the bathroom and at the register. We caught on pretty quick when a bunch of sketchy people kept coming in to say hi to this guy and not get any food.
My friend and his wife GF at the time conceived their firstborn child on the prep table at Arby's.
It was me. I was 16 years old, and not thinking at all. I deep-fried a couple Furby toys, because they looked hilarious when melting. I didn't consider that they'd be leaving melted plastic, and who knows what else in the oil to be soaked up by the next batch of fries. I was fired for it, and deservedly so.
When I worked at a Dairy Queen, we used to keep extra cups, containers, plastic utensils, and stuff like that out there. One night, one of the cashiers went out to the shed to get something and walked in on the manager blowing her. BF.
Burger King in my hometown. Girl knew she was about to be fired, pulled out her tampon and threw it in the fryer. They served a lot of fries before someone noticed.
It was me. I dropped the salt shaker for the fries in the deep fryer and immediately dunked my hand into fish. It out. I only got about to knuckles deep before the pain brought me to my senses. No major damage. My manager told me to rub mustard on it and get back to work.
In high school I worked at Domino's. My manager was really badass. I'd work late as hell on weekends, and it would be the 2 of us in the store. Sometimes he'd hand me the keys and the cash for the drivers and say watch the store and then him. And this girl would go into the walk-in and fuck this. Usually happened 2 times a week. Me and him are still really good friends. I was even his best man at his wedding years later.
Girlfriend was my colleague, so we in the cold room.
Used to toke up in the freezer with this chick, and she would show me her tits every time. Very nice.
When I worked at a mall food court pizza place, there was a coworker that would trade the sloppiest for covering her shifts so she could go to concerts. Literally the only thing I miss about that job.
We swear sometimes.
I'm never eating fast food again.
Deleted.